Chapter 31. You are listening at novelfull.audio. What are you talking about, brother? I will definitely not leave Yenyu City now. I will stay for a while to prepare. That's good. If you want to leave, tell me so that I can see you off. Of course, I'll take my leave. Goodbye. After seeing Chen Xuan off, Zhao Dalong wanted to go see Zhou Wan'er, but thinking that he had no ability now, it would only increase his sadness, so he gave up the idea. After Chen Xuan returned to the Qin family, he met Qin Mingho, who had been waiting for a long time. Master Chen, are you dissatisfied with my Qin family? Qin Feng is a branch of my Qin family. What he did has nothing to do with my Qin family. It's not about him, but I plan to go to Zhoudu in the future. How can I stay in Yenyu City, a small place, forever? Hey, Master Chen is right. People always have to go to higher places. I am an old man who is obsessed. Qin Mingho sighed. I will still be in Yenyu City in the near future. If you need any help, just tell me directly. Chen Xuan said. Qin Mingho is also a pitiful character. In the original text, after Qin Feng won the competition, he always supported Qin Feng. As a result, Qin Feng provoked a powerful enemy, and he and the Qin family were directly exterminated. When Qin Mingho heard what Chen Xuan said, his eyes lit up. Then please help me, Master Chen. Chen Xuan. Isn't this what someone would say when they want to take action? Are you, Qin Mingho, trying to take action against me? Master Chen, don't be confused. You will know the answer soon. Just forgive me for my self-assertion. Qin Mingho made a riddle, then arched his hands and left. My previous guess was indeed correct. This Chen Xuan loves other people's families the most. Hey, I hope we can have this good relationship. This old man is still playing dumb. It's really inexplicable. After saying this, Chen Xuan walked into his room. As soon as he entered, he smelled a special fragrance, a smell he had never smelled before. Could it be that someone drugged me to death? Chen Xuan became cautious for a moment, but heard bursts of women sobbing coming from the house. Chen Xuan walked in cautiously, lit the candle, and saw a gorgeous woman appear in front of him. Chen Xuan looked around vigilantly, and after confirming that no one else was present, he cast his eyes on the beautiful woman. The beautiful woman looked beautiful, about 30 years old, with a graceful figure, wearing a thin gauze skirt, faintly revealing her fair skin. Her eyes were red from crying, and there were traces of tears on her face, looking pitiful. Reference for Lu Yun, deleted due to infringement. Who are you and why are you in my home? Reporting to Master Chen, I am, the mistress of the Qin family, Qin Mingho's wife, Lu Yun. The woman stopped sobbing and whispered when she saw Chen Xuan coming. Why are you here? Chen Xuan asked again. He knew Lu Yun well. She was a minor villain in the book, a direct descendant of the Lu family. She relied on the fact that she was Qin Mingho's second wife and sent servants to target Qin Feng, Lu Yanqin, Lin Shuiyao and others. In the end, Qin Feng grew up, and Qin Mingho had to divorce her, and then there was no plot about her. Of course, since he married Lin Shuiyao, this part of the plot has completely changed. If he didn't mention this woman, Chen Xuan would have forgotten her. But what he didn't expect was that Lu Yun was really charming. Lu Yun wanted to say something, but she couldn't speak. What Qin Mingho told her was really shocking. Just tell me what you have to say. If you don't, I'll leave. Master Chen, wait a minute. Lu Yun was anxious. Yes, Qin Mingho asked me to come, to work like a cow and a horse for you. After saying that, she couldn't help but lower her head shyly, completely different from her villain image in the original text. Mainly, she came here for other purposes, but she really couldn't say it out loud. Chen Xuan. He thought about it and got a little angry. After all, he was a good youth from the 21st century. He really couldn't agree with this kind of slave society. Qin Mingho. You think too low of me, Chen Xuan. Are you using this to test me, a gentleman? Ahem. Chen Xuan stepped forward and held Lu Yun's hand. Madam, please go back. Go tell Qin Mingho that I, Chen Xuan, am a true gentleman and will not accept his. Seeing the reader's hypocritical reaction here, I explain that it is just a joke, meaning which cadre can't stand such a test. Chen Xuan refused in a serious tone, and when Lu Yun heard that he didn't want her, she was even more anxious. She knew Qin Mingho's temper. If she couldn't satisfy Chen Xuan, how could she live a good life in the future? Master Chen, please accept me. Lu Yun gritted her teeth and held Chen Xuan's hands tightly with both hands, with a hint of pleading in her eyes. If Qin Mingho knew, I would definitely die. Please save me. This. Chen Xuan didn't know what to do for a while. To be honest, he still cared about Lu Yun. After all, she and he were both villains. However, considering her identity and the description of her in the original book, Chen Xuan was a little hesitant. Or I will go and tell that old man Qin Mingho in person and promise not to let him take revenge on you. That when Lu Yun heard this, she was immediately anxious. She stood up from the chair, walked in front of Chen Xuan, and stopped him directly. What if you go to Zhoudu in the future? I guess you won't come back to this small town by then, right? Qin Mingho will definitely take revenge on me then. Chen Xuan froze for a moment. This damn slavery made it hard for him to breathe. Master Chen, do you look down on me? No, I never meant that. Madam, don't think too much. Then Master Chen, I beg you to save my life. If you don't agree, I will kneel down forever. Lu Yun said with tears in her voice. Chen Xuan was really shaken. How could he, a gentleman, watch the beautiful woman in front of him being brutally killed? Changed. Madam, respect yourself. After a while, Chen Xuan reacted and quickly pushed Lu Yun away. Master Chen, please don't refuse me. If you don't agree, I will kneel down forever. Lu Yun begged again, tears in her eyes again. Seeing her like this, Chen Xuan finally softened his heart. Madam, please stand up. I promise you. I will make it clear with that old man Qin Mingho, but you have to promise me that you will never do such a thing again. Chen Xuan said seriously. Lu Yun was delighted to hear that he agreed, and nodded repeatedly. Thank you, Master Chen. From now on, I will follow Master Chen's lead. Chapter 32. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Although Chen Xuan was a little hesitant about this, he finally chose to accept the arrangement of fate and closed his eyes. That night, there were storms, lightning and thunder, strong winds and rain, wind and lightning, swift and resolute, clouds and fog, raging waves, overwhelming, and dark. In short, the weather was very bad, and finally, it was dark and gloomy. The next day, Chen Xuan woke up from his sleep. Yesterday, he saved Lu Yun's life. Now when he opened his eyes, he saw Lu Yun looking at him with admiration, and he couldn't help but feel proud. Master Chen, you don't have to worry, I will never interfere with your life. You saved my life, and now I can do anything. Lu Yun saw Chen Xuan wake up and hurriedly explained. No need to explain, in the future, you will stay by my side as a maid. As for whether she is a maid or not, it doesn't matter much. Then he sat up, feeling sore in his waist and back. Qin Mingho, the old man, had already aged, so yesterday's matter was still quite tricky. After the two of them got to know each other and communicated, under the pressure of Chen Xuan, Lu Yun finally told Qin Mingho's true thoughts, which was nothing more than wanting to have a descendant. Thinking of this, he couldn't help but complain in his heart, this Qin Mingho really gave me a difficult problem. The blood of Lu Yun and I has nothing to do with the Qin family, and this old man is looking for trouble. Sir, are you saying that I can really practice? Lu Yun looked incredible, and then admired Chen Xuan even more, with love in his eyes. Well, now you can try to feel the spiritual energy. It shouldn't be difficult. This is all thanks to you, sir. I really don't know how to repay you. No need to repay, but you can only follow me in the future and can't go anywhere. It's my honor. Then, Chen Xuan waved his hand and took Lu Yun into the secret realm. At this time, the secret realm had been controlled by Zhou Wan'er, and a big house had been generated. Jin Ruoyan, Lin Shuiyao, and Zhou Wan'er were chatting in the house. "Oh, my husband is here." Zhou Wan'er was the first to feel Chen Xuan. "Come on, look how excited you are." Lin Shuiyao smiled casually. It can be seen that she has not been bullied enough by Chen Xuan. She will understand it later. He also brought a woman in. "Is it Lu Yun?" "Oh. Then I have to go out and ask him." Soon, when Chen Xuan found the place, the three women were already waiting at the door. "Husband, are there guests at home? Isn't this the mistress of the Qin family? How come she is with my husband?" Zhou Wan'er also asked. "You are the wife of the city lord. Ask Lord Chen to call you husband." Lu Yun was so shocked that she couldn't close her mouth. Zhou Wan'er blushed instantly. She wanted to question him, but the two of them were. "Yes, I am Wan'er's husband now." Chen Xuan nodded, hugged Zhou Wan'er, and confirmed Lu Yun's guess. "Husband? What's going on with you?" Lu Yun was a little unbelievable. She didn't expect Chen Xuan to have so many confidants at the same time, and they seemed to have a very close relationship. "Ahem, this is a long story. Let's go into the house and talk about it." Chen Xuan smiled and pulled Lu Yun into the house. The four women sat around the table, and Chen Xuan told Lu Yun about the three women's affairs and the whole story. At the same time, he also told the three women about Lu Yun's affairs. After hearing this, Lu Yun was so shocked that she couldn't speak. That's the city lord. If he stamped his feet, the whole Yanyu city would be shaken. Chen Xuan was so bold. "Sir, you are really admirable." Lu Yun praised sincerely, looking at Chen Xuan with eyes full of admiration and love. Her heart for growing flowers was small, and it had long been filled by Chen Xuan. Lu Yun, we will be a family in the future, no need to be so polite." Chen Xuan smiled and shook his head. For this future villain role, he only found it interesting now. "Well, if you need anything in the future, just tell me." Lu Yun nodded, and she had completely accepted Chen Xuan's other women in her heart. Of course, she had to accept that her current status was far inferior to the three women in front of her. "Okay, thank you first." Chen Xuan smiled and turned to look at the other girls. "Wan'er, Shuiyao, Ruoyan, you should get along well and take care of each other in the future." "Yes, husband, we understand." Ruoyan, come out for a moment." "Oh." Jin Ruoyan followed Chen Xuan out of the house obediently and asked the reason. Husband, what is difficult between you and me? Open your mouth." "Ruoyan, no matter where you are, there are no secrets for you, right?" "Ahem, it's like this." "Oh, so it's my husband who's going to take action against Yanqin. I thought you would wait a little longer." Jin Ruoyan hugged Chen Xuan's neck with a sweet smile. "What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Your husband, I just want to protect her. Think about it, once I take Wan'er away, the city lord's mansion will look for trouble everywhere. How dangerous it would be." Jin Ruoyan smiled indifferently. How hard her husband's mouth is, how could she not know? "I'm afraid he has already had his eyes on his best friend. It's just. I was the first to enter." "Okay, then I'll reluctantly carry out your plan. Who makes you my husband?" I know Ruoyan is the best. When the child is born, your husband will reward you well. Go. You are so naughty in broad daylight." Jin Ruoyan pushed Chen Xuan away with a ruddy face. In fact, she had long wanted to pull Lu Yanqin over. Among Chen Xuan's 4 wives, she was the youngest one. And the remaining 3 were all old and slippery women, and she couldn't play with them at all. But it was different when Lu Yanqin came. With the relationship between the two of them, they were natural allies. In this way, she would have some say and would not be marginalized. Chen Xuan didn't know what Jean Ruoyan was thinking, but even if he knew, he would laugh. As a gentleman, he was only interested in some special identities, but he would still pamper his wife the same way, without any partiality. Chapter 33. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Finally, Chen Xuan left Lu Yun in the secret realm and walked out of the secret realm with Jean Ruoyan. Then he had nothing to do. He found the little girl Az and took her into the secret realm. Then he gave some instructions to the Qin family disciples, but he met Qin Mingho. Master Chen, you got up early today. Chen Xuan ignored him. People like Qin Mingho were too amazing. He didn't know what to say. Master Qin, did you rest well last night? Well, last night was okay, but you'd better not do me any more work in the future. As long as you are satisfied. As long as you are satisfied. Lu Yun. I'll take it away. You can keep this thing yourself. Chen Xuan threw a box to Qin Mingho. What is this thing? Take it back and have a look. If you open it now, you may be in danger. Chen Xuan said lightly. Qin Mingho was shocked when he heard this, and quickly put away the box. He was even more in awe of Chen Xuan. Chen Xuan didn't say anything more and turned away. There was nothing good to stay in Yanyu City. Only Lu Yenxin, who was already at the tip of his tongue, was left. Now he had to wait for news from Jean Ruoyan, Lu family. Ruoyan, you mean that you and your family will go to Zhoudu in a few days, right? Lu Yenxin asked with a frown. Yes, after all, Yanyu City is still too small for us now. Jean Ruoyan smiled. Well, I don't think it's that small. Yenxin, people always have to climb up. Now I have the help of my husband. My cultivation has reached the 9th level of qi refining and I am about to build a foundation. If we go to Zhoudu, there will be more and better resources, right? Yes, yes. Lu Yenxin forced a smile with difficulty. Only she knew how big the gap in her heart was. At the beginning, her cultivation was the same as Jean Ruoyan's, but now, she is still standing still, while Jean Ruoyan has already surpassed her and is about to build a foundation. All this is caused by herself. She introduced Chen Xuan to Jean Ruoyan. She brought the two together. She came first. The more Lu Yenxin thought about it, the more uncomfortable she felt. She envied and jealous of Jean Ruoyan, but she could do nothing about it. She couldn't say anything about all this. Who made her Qin Feng's fiancé? This was the first time she hated her fate so much. Yenxin, what's wrong with you? You don't look very happy. Jean Ruoyan noticed Lu Yenxin's abnormality and asked with concern. No, nothing, I just don't want to leave you. Lu Yenxin forced a smile. Don't worry, we will come back in the future. Yanyu City will always be our home. Jean Ruoyan hugged Lu Yenxin and comforted her. Really, will you come back? Should, maybe. Jean Ruoyan said deliberately. Lu Yenxin nodded and said nothing more. But the more she thought about it, the more she felt wronged, and her eyes couldn't help but redden. Yenxin, what's wrong with you? Jean Ruoyan noticed Lu Yenxin's abnormality and asked with concern. No, nothing, just a little tired from practicing. Lu Yenxin held back her tears and shook her head. Tired, then you should go and rest quickly, don't tire yourself out. Also, you have to come to my Jin's house in the evening, I still have something to tell you. Jean Ruoyan urged. Lu Yenxin nodded and watched Jean Ruoyan leave the room, then looking at the room alone, Lu Yenxin finally couldn't help crying. She hated it so much, hated her incompetence, hated her weakness, and hated her stupidity even more. She had clearly heard Chen Xuan's feelings that day, but she avoided him and didn't dare to meet him again. Now, he and his best friend are leaving together, leaving her alone. After crying bitterly, Lu Yenxin's mood slowly calmed down. She knew that things had already happened, and it was useless to regret it. The only thing she could do now was to practice hard and strive to catch up with Jean Ruoyan as soon as possible. But, can she really catch up? Standing in the empty Lu family compound, Lu Yenxin suddenly felt lonely. She recalled the bits and pieces of her acquaintance with Chen Xuan, and those happy days seemed to be just yesterday. However, everything has changed now. Chen Xuan already has another woman, but she is still wandering around Jin family. What's wrong? What's wrong? Yenxin. Humph, look at how anxious you are. She was already crying in pain just now. It is estimated that she is in a state of confusion. My husband can eat it tonight. Jin Ruoyan laughed. Hee, who said it was today? I am a gentleman, and now I just take her to Zhoudu. Okay, gentlemen, have a good meal tonight, okay? Your best friend is so sad, and you are still laughing heartlessly here. Chen Xuan gently tapped Jin Ruoyan's head. I didn't hurt her, so why can't I laugh at her? I gave her my husband, so I should be the one crying. Jin Ruoyan was dissatisfied. Okay, my Ruoyan is the best. In the evening, Lu Yenxin arrived as promised, and as soon as she entered the Jin family, she saw Chen Xuan. Oh, it's Yenxin, Ruoyan is in the room, you two have a good chat. That he is so unfamiliar now that he doesn't want to talk to me. I don't know what kind of mood she was in. Lu Yenxin walked into Jin Ruoyan's boudoir. Huh? Yenxin, you're here. Well, I don't know what you want to tell me. That is what? I just can't bear to leave you. I want my husband to take you to Zhoudu. Jin Ruoyan said, Lu Yenxin was a little confused. What? Don't want to. Forget it. Jin Ruoyan pretended to be indifferent. No, I just didn't expect it to be so sudden, I wasn't prepared, Lu Yenxin hurriedly explained, then it's settled. After 2 days, you pack up your things and follow us. Jin Ruoyan smiled and held Lu Yenxin's hand. What? It's settled. Jin Ruoyan clapped her hands. It's just right that you come with us, so we can take care of each other. Lu Yenxin was a little hesitant, not knowing how to answer. Oh, Yenxin, just agree, don't you want to see a bigger world? Jin Ruoyan persuaded. Lu Yen thought about it and felt that what Jin Ruoyan said made sense. Since Chen Xuan is now Jin Ruoyan's man, there is no point in persisting. It is better to take this opportunity to go out and broaden your horizons. Well, I definitely don't want to follow Chen Xuan, absolutely not. Chapter 34. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Okay, then I'll go to Zhoudu with you. Lu Yenxin finally nodded. Great. Jin Ruoyan jumped up happily, then I'll go tell my husband now. After Jin Ruoyan finished speaking, she hurried out of the room, looking at Jin Ruoyan's back. Lu Yenxin sighed, feeling mixed emotions. She didn't know whether her decision was right or wrong, but now that things had come to this, there was no other way. After a while, Jin Ruoyan ran back excitedly and told Lu Yenxin that Chen Xuan agreed to take her with him, and asked her to be prepared that she might not be able to return to Yenyu City for a long time. Well, I know, thank you, Ruoyan. No, I don't want to leave my home, Yenxin. Jin Ruoyan smiled indifferently and invited Lu Yenxin to stay and sleep. Lu Yenxin also agreed happily, but because Jin Ruoyan was pregnant at the time, she did not sleep with her, but let herself sleep in the boudoir, and she and Chen Xuan slept in the guest room. Well, it's just a place to rest, I won't give you anything. Yeah, after the two chatted for a while again, Jin Ruoyan left. Husband, it's settled, I'll take Ruoyan with me from now on. Jin Ruoyan gestured to Chen Xuan. Yeah, my Ruoyan is awesome. Then husband, now is such a good opportunity, why don't you just give Yenxin to me? Jin Ruoyan gestured again. Ahem. Ruoyan, what are you talking about? But I. Okay, I know you're a gentleman, but it won't work with me. Jin Ruoyan put her hands on her chest and made an X. Why? Humph, you still have the nerve to ask why. Back then, you didn't treat me like this. Why are you so good to Yenxin? Go ahead. Chen Xuan smiled awkwardly, not knowing how to answer. At the beginning, I couldn't help but do that to you because I thought you were cute, and didn't I apologize to you? Chen Xuan explained. Then, what about you for Yanxin? She's cute too. Jin Ruoyan insisted. This is exactly the difference between the two of you. You know, only when you like someone so much, you can't wait, right? Chen Xuan argued with a smile. Humph, who knows what you think in your heart, anyway, I don't care, tonight, you must sleep with Yanxin. Jin Ruoyan was acting petty. Okay, how can I not obey my wife's order? Chen Xuan nodded helplessly and agreed. Jin Ruoyan turned from anger to joy, hugged Chen Xuan's arm, and said with a smile, that's more like it. In the dead of night, Lu Yanxin lay on the bed, tossing and turning, unable to sleep. Her mind was full of Chen Xuan's figure. When she thought about going to Zhoudu with him, she was nervous and excited. At this moment, the door was gently pushed open, and a familiar figure walked in. Yanxin, are you asleep? The person who came was Chen Xuan. I haven't slept yet, is there anything wrong? Lu Yanxin answered nervously. Ruoyan asked me to accompany you. I was afraid that you would be scared alone at night, so I came to see you. Chen Xuan said gently. Ah. So, then, I'll trouble you, senior brother. Lu Yanxin lowered her head, not daring to look directly at Chen Xuan, nor did she expose his excuse. You're welcome, we are friends. Chen Xuan smiled and sat down on the bed. Lu Yanxin felt her heartbeat getting faster and faster. She secretly glanced at Chen Xuan and found that he was staring at her, and her heartbeat became faster. Yanxin, what's wrong with you? Why is your face so red? Chen Xuan asked with concern. No, it's okay, maybe it's a little hot. Lu Yanxin explained hurriedly. Is it hot? Then I'll help you open the window a little. Chen Xuan got up, walked to the window, and opened the window. The night breeze blew slowly, taking away the stuffiness in the room and calming Lu Yanxin's mood. Yanxin, do you know? In fact, I have always liked you. Chen Xuan said suddenly. Lu Yanxin raised her head suddenly and looked at Chen Xuan with a look of shock. I don't know. Lu Yanxin was a little at a loss. I know that you have always regarded me as a senior brother, but is there really only a relationship between us as senior brothers and sisters? Chen Xuan stared at Lu Yanxin closely with a sincere tone. Lu Yanxin thought for a while, then shook her head. Yanxin, I know you still have concerns in your heart, but please believe that I really like you, and I don't want to miss you again. Chen Xuan held Lu Yanxin's hand and confessed affectionately. Bang bang. Lu Yanxin's heart beat faster and faster. Her cheeks were getting hotter and hotter. She lowered her head shyly and dared not look at Chen Xuan again. At this time, her mind was filled with almost all of them were Chen Xuan. She felt like she was in love with Chen Xuan, but as soon as this thought came up, she immediately denied it. No, I can't like him. He is Ruoyan's husband. I can't compete with her. Lu Yanxin secretly warned herself, however, feelings are not something you can control. The more Lu Yanxin wanted to suppress her feelings, the more uncomfortable she felt, so that she was a little breathless. Brother Chen, I'm going to rest. If you have nothing to do, please go back. Finally, Lu Yanxin broke the silence and whispered. So what is your answer, Yanxin? Are you? Don't say it. Brother Chen, you have to think about your junior brother. I am. You are still avoiding my questions. I don't like you, please leave. After saying this, Lu Yanxin's face was already full of tears. She didn't want to cry in front of Chen Xuan, but emotions were not something she could control. In that case. Chen Xuan turned around and planned to leave. Lu Yanxin also lowered her head in pain and shed tears secretly. Actually, I was just teasing you just now. Then I hope Brother Chen won't tease me like this in the future. Chen Xuan didn't say anything, but walked straight to Lu Yanxin and pulled her into his arms. What I mean is, I won't leave. .668, 399 Funny 690. Ah! Lu Yenqin exclaimed, trying to break free from Chen Xuan's arms, but found that he was surprisingly strong and she couldn't break free at all. What are you going to do? Lu Yenqin asked in panic. Chen Xuan still didn't say anything, just looked at Lu Yenqin quietly, then slowly lowered his head and kissed her lips. Lu Yenqin suddenly opened her eyes wide and wanted to resist, but found that her body was gradually softening, and she couldn't help but respond to Chen Xuan's kiss. Well, after the ups and downs of emotions, is the most moving. Qin Feng, you can't see it, hee. There is a saying, the tender buds are lightly opened, and the green skirt dances lightly among the green waves. Chapter 35. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The next morning, Lu Yenqin opened her eyes weakly. Seeing Chen Xuan beside her, her cheeks flushed, then she felt her own cultivation level, and she really had reached the 7th level of qi refining. This made her smile. Suddenly, she felt that she was entangled by something, and when she looked back, it turned out that Chen Xuan woke up. You are practicing so early in the morning, Yenqin, you are really working hard. Chen Xuan whispered in her ear. Brother Chen Xuan, don't move, it's already light outside, Ruoyan will come in a while. Seeing the frightened Lu Yenqin, Chen Xuan was even happier. This girl still didn't know who sold her out. I just don't know what her expression will be when the truth comes out. However, the more Lu Yenqin was like this, the happier Chen Xuan was. As for the reason, it must be needless to say, after a period of cultivation, the two gradually began to open their hearts. Yao, does Aunt Yao really not mind? Isn't this too abrupt? You should change your name in the future. Do you still need to call her like this when you live together? It seems that it is not impossible. Chen Xuan touched his chin and refuted what he just said. Senior brother, you. Lu Yen looked at Chen Xuan in shock. She had heard his hidden meaning. You have to call me husband in the future. Do you still want to be so unfamiliar with me when you are already like this? Chen Xuan pretended to be angry. No, it's not. So you don't like me? Lu Yenqin thought about it, and finally mustered up the courage to look up at Chen Xuan. Brother, actually, I like you too, but I have never dared to admit it. Chen Xuan was overjoyed when he heard Lu Yenqin's confession, but he pretended to be aggrieved on the surface. But you keep calling me brother, don't you really want to be with me? Seeing Chen Xuan's look, Lu Yenqin was happy and anxious, and hurriedly explained, no, it's just that our identities are different. The gap is too big, I'm afraid you'll be embarrassed. Chen Xuan smiled and embraced Lu Yenqin. From today on, the gap in status between us no longer exists. Are you willing to be my wife? Lu Yenqin leaned in Chen Xuan's warm embrace and nodded. Yes, I do. Yenqin does. Ding, congratulations to the host for successfully marrying the heroine Lu Yenqin, obtaining 3,000 destiny points, 2 top-grade foundation building pills, and 5 years of cultivation. Well, I'll go to the Lu family to propose marriage later. Yes. Lu Yenqin shrank shyly in Chen Xuan's arms, then, Chen Xuan and Lu Yenqin walked out of the room hand in hand. At this time, Jean Ruoyan was already waiting for them at the door. When she saw the two, she showed a meaningful smile. TSK, it seems that you had a wonderful time last night. Jean Ruoyan teased. Lu Yenqin blushed immediately and lowered her head and dared not look at Jean Ruoyan. Ruoyan, stop teasing Yenqin. Chen Xuan smiled and touched Lu Yenqin's head. Why, you feel distressed after just a few words? You are really a little jealous. Chen Xuan smiled indifferently. At this time, Lu Yenqin finally reacted. She should have thought that her best friend would be very angry after hearing the news, but she didn't. Instead, she laughed and teased her. As if she had already known that she would be with Chen Xuan. So what's wrong with us? Do we also play Genshin Impact? Lu Yenqin. Jean Ruoyan. What is Genshin Impact, a god? But, How dare you, husband, play with her? Jin Ruoyan said curiously. Ahem, I'll explain this later. You should explain it to your little sister first. I have something else to do, so I'll leave first. After saying that, Chen Xuan ran out of the Jin family and went to the Lu family to chat with Lu Tianlin. There were only 2 women left in the yard. Looking at each other, Lu Yenxin was really embarrassed to say anything. Although this was all arranged by her bestie, but she was the one who got what she wanted. So she really didn't blame Jin Ruoyan in her heart, but a little grateful. I want to ask you a question. Lu Yenxin hesitated and said. What question? Tell me. Ruoyan, when did you start to like your husband? Lu Yenxin stared at Jin Ruoyan and asked. You even called your husband. It seems that he has played a lot of tricks on you. Jin Ruoyan was stunned for a moment, then smiled and said, actually, at first, I just thought he was interesting, but later, as I got to know him more and more, I slowly fell in love with him. Of course, my husband has feelings for you, otherwise, he wouldn't care so much about you. Jin Ruoyan comforted her. She didn't know that they had already talked it out. No, my husband and I love each other. After saying that, Lu Yenxin's cheeks flushed. Okay, it seems that you have planned this in advance, Yenxin. Actually, I was the first to know him. A few days later, Chen Xuan came to the Lu family with a generous gift and proposed to Lu Tianlong, the head of the Lu family. Lu Tianlin had long intended to match Chen Xuan and Lu Yenxin, but because of Qin Feng, he did not match them, but now it is different. I didn't expect this person to come directly to propose marriage. What else can he say? For this marriage, he naturally agreed happily. Soon, the wedding of Chen Xuan and Lu Yenxin was held at the Lu family. All the major forces in Yanyu City came to congratulate, and the scene was extremely lively. Chen Xuan and Lu Yenxin officially became husband and wife with the blessings of everyone. A month later, Lu Yenxin and Zhou Wan'er's stomachs finally moved. After Chen Xuan took her into the secret realm, he prepared another before leaving. He also sent a secret letter to all the major families, asking some people who had helped Qin Feng to leave Yanyu City. As for whether they would listen to it or not, that was not up to him to decide. When he left, he did not inform anyone. There was nothing left for him to miss in Yanyu City. Zhou Wan'er could enter the secret realm at any time, and the 2 could meet at any time. She could also avoid danger on her own, so there was no need to worry too much. In addition, she was pregnant now. In a few days, she would disappear for no reason. She could rest assured to nurture the baby in the secret realm and no longer contact the outside world. Zhao Dalong will have a role later. Hey, 100 people, the dog system really knows how to give tasks. I have worked so hard, but now I have 10 family members. There is a long way to go. Chapter 36. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The distance between Yanyu City and Zhoudu is still very far. If Chen Xuan recovers his previous cultivation, it will take a day's journey. But now he is not even at the foundation building stage, let alone how long it will take. After a long journey alone, he came to a small town called Qingshan Town. This place is located on the edge of the Monster Mountain Range and is close to Zhoudu, so it is relatively prosperous. Merchants, travelers, and practitioners from all over the world gather here to trade, communicate and practice. Of course, more people are practitioners who enter the Monster Mountain Range to train and search for treasures. Or kill monsters, and the materials and meat on them are also very expensive, but the most expensive one is the monster cub. Once you get a cub, keep it by your side and cultivate it from a young age. You will have an extra left and right arm in the future. If you get a monster with great potential, the profit will be even more immeasurable. But Chen Xuan doesn't have the time to practice. Zhou Jingqi from Zhoudu hasn't appeared yet. He needs to prevent her from meeting Qin Feng in advance. Ding, an unknown son of luck is found within a radius of 1,000 miles. Issuing a task now, find the son of luck, task reward, 5 years of cultivation. Chen Xuan. 1,000 miles. What's the difference between you and not saying it? Wait, this is a novel about Qin Feng, how can there be a new son of luck? Could it be that this is a fusion of multiple worlds? Chen Xuan couldn't help but complain when he heard the system's prompt. The distance of 1,000 miles is just the radius. If he wants to walk around, it will probably take him forever. Forget it, with your system, I don't get along with these sons of luck. Since I have found his trace, let's give it a try. There is still some time for Zhoudu. Chen Xuan changed his mind. He thought that as long as he could take down Zhou Jingqi and then seize Qin Feng's opportunity, he would reach the peak in the future. Unfortunately, there were other children of destiny. After entering Qinshan town, Chen Xuan found a more luxurious inn and checked in. Generally, it is the fastest to collect information here. If you can find someone who fits the plot of the novel, it will be a great profit. That night, Chen Xuan was not in a hurry and released Yun to wait on him. The rest were all in the secret realm. Lin Shuiyao was a cultivation maniac, focusing on cultivation, and the remaining 3 women were pregnant and it was not convenient for them to come out. The most suitable one was Lu Yun. Master. Stop. Just call me master outside. Chen Xuan hurriedly stopped him. Yes, Master Lu Yun's tone was soft. You devil, I'm going to teach you a lesson today. Hee. Who will teach you a lesson? How dare you? Early the next morning, Chen Xuan went downstairs to eat breakfast alone and took Lu Yun into the secret realm. The main reason was that her breath was slightly weak, obviously because she had spoken wildly last night and was severely punished. Let's see if you dare to be so arrogant in the future. You dare to challenge me at the 2nd level of qi refining. I know, I won't dare to do it again. Lu Yun made a bitter face, like a little girl in her 20s, not looking like an adult at all. There are medicinal foods made by Yao Yao in the secret realm, you can go back and replenish them. Waiter. Yes, sir, please go. Is there any interesting news here recently? Chen Xuan threw a few spirit stones to the waiter. After the latter took the spirit stones, he looked happy. Excuse me, sir, what news do you want to know? Tell me everything you know. Recently, Zhoudu's Yihongyuan has introduced a new beautiful girl. Don't talk about this, is there anything else? The waiter scratched his head when he heard this. Oh, sir, please wait a moment, I'll think about it. Chen Xuan looked at him with a smile, motioning him to think slowly. After a while, the waiter's eyes lit up and said, by the way, there is one more thing. Recently, someone discovered a mysterious relic deep in the Spirit Beast mountain range. It is said that there are countless treasures inside. Oh. Chen Xuan's heart moved. This is useful news. The Son of Destiny is likely to go there. What is the exact location of the ruins? The waiter shook his head. I don't know, but I heard that many practitioners have already rushed there. Chen Xuan nodded thoughtfully and continued to ask, apart from this, is there anything else? The waiter thought for a while. I remember that yesterday morning, a practitioner found a very beautiful spirit beast at the entrance of the Monster Mountain range outside the town. It is said that it has a pair of golden wings, like a god descended, but the cultivator failed to catch up with it. What a pity. Golden-winged spirit beast. Chen Xuan's heart moved. This is a very important partner of Qin Feng in the original text, but it will appear later. Why now? Besides this, is there nothing else? No, there is nothing else. Just when Chen Xuan felt sorry, he suddenly heard someone in the roadside teahouse talking about a young man named Zhao Tianming. Have you heard about it? Zhao Tianming, this kid, has become famous recently. Are you talking nonsense to me? Who hasn't heard of Zhao Tianming? Everyone in the whole Zhou kingdom knows about it, right? TSK, it's really a pity to say that a genius who is famous in Zhoudu has become a waste overnight. Yes, I heard that Zhao Tianming was gifted before. At a young age, he was already a master of the 9th level of the foundation building realm. His future achievements are limitless. Who said it wasn't? I also heard that the boy had an engagement with Princess Jingqi before, but it's probably going to be cancelled now. Ha ha ha, indeed, how could the royal family marry their daughter to a loser? Alas, things are unpredictable, and it's hard to believe that Zhao Tianming has fallen to this point. Who said it wasn't? But I did hear that Zhao Tianming suddenly became motivated these days, and he has been practicing hard recently, wanting to restore his former glory. TSK, what's the use? How can a genius who becomes a loser recover so easily? It's hard to say, maybe he has some adventure. Chen Xuan, too strong, this smell is too strong. Is there any need to find this destined person? It must be the Zhao Tianming they talked about. But he is actually Zhou Jingqi's fiancé, which he never expected. The original text also mentioned casually before that the Zhou royal family did arrange a fiancé for her, but later she met Qin Feng, who has great potential, and she called off the marriage. But it really didn't say that Zhao Tianming had such an experience. Why didn't you tell me about this? Sir, it's not that I don't want to tell you, but this matter has spread too widely, and everyone in the Zhou kingdom knows about it. I really didn't expect that you didn't know it. Okay, go ahead. Yes. Then Chen Xuan walked up to the two monks who were talking. Chapter 37. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Zhou Jingyi's reference, deleted due to infringement. My two fellow Taoists, I am from Xianyang sect. I just finished my retreat. I have never heard of Zhao Tianming. Could you tell me what happened to him? This. The two casual cultivators were at a loss. It was the first time they met someone from a big sect. Chen Xuan was a little embarrassed. He didn't want to use the name of Xianyang sect to do things, but it was really useful. He would go back another day and leave them something worth hundreds of millions. Don't worry, tell me, the reward will definitely not be small. Chen Xuan casually took out a small jade bottle. I won't open the things, for fear that you will bring disaster upon yourself. Since the senior needs help, we will cooperate. Looking at the jade bottle, the two of them had bright eyes. Yes, it's not a secret anyway. Zhao Tianming, after his cultivation disappeared, first sank for a while and went to Yihong Courtyard every day. Speaking of Yihong Courtyard, the new girl Ruhua is really. Ahem, just tell me the main points. I just want to know his recent whereabouts. Whereabouts? He seems to have left the family recently, saying that he was going to experience something like that. As for where he went, we don't know. Is that so? Thank you. After leaving the small jade bottle, Chen Xuan planned to leave and go to the so-called ruins to take a look. As soon as he went out, he heard a voice outside the inn. Those in front, get out of the way for this princess, otherwise I'll hit you to death and you'll die in vain. Chen Xuan looked closely and saw a girl in a yellow skirt riding a red horse, rushing over arrogantly. Apart from other things, at least in terms of appearance, the girl is stunningly beautiful. Her appearance seems to be a work of art carved by nature with magic, and there is no flaw. She has willow-shaped eyebrows, bright eyes and white teeth, a small and delicate nose on her oval face, red lips and white teeth, and she is a beautiful woman with a national beauty. However, the girl's temperament is completely different from her beauty. She is unruly and arrogant, like a rose with thorns, which makes people stay away. She rushed around in the downtown area, looking fearless. Holding a horse whip in her hand, she kept whipping the pedestrians around, forcing them to dodge everywhere. Then, she rushed directly towards Chen Xuan. Get out of the way, the one in front, are you deaf? Seeing this, Chen Xuan frowned slightly. This girl was too arrogant. Not only did she not take others seriously, but she even picked herself. That can't be tolerated. He dodged the whip of the girl and grabbed the reins to stop the horse. The girl saw Chen Xuan blocking her way and her face flushed with anger. She pointed at Chen Xuan and cursed, "Who are you? How dare you block the way of this princess?" "Let go," Chen Xuan said righteously, "so what if you are a princess? Can you oppress the people and do whatever you want?" The girl was stunned. She didn't expect that someone would dare to resist her. She was so angry that she trembled all over and shouted loudly, You dare to talk to me like this, do you know who I am? Chen Xuan said calmly, I don't care who you are. In broad daylight, you dare to ride a horse in the downtown area to commit crimes. This behavior is really too much. The girl saw that Chen Xuan refused to give in, so she grabbed the whip and whipped Chen Xuan. Chen Xuan was quick-eyed and quick-handed. He grabbed the whip and pulled the girl off the horse with a strong pull. Zhou Jingyi was furious when she saw her whip was snatched away. She raised her foot and kicked Chen Xuan. Chen Xuan dodged quickly, then grabbed Zhou Jingyi's ankle with his backhand, twisted it hard, and threw her to the ground. Zhou Jingyi screamed in pain and struggled to get up, but was held down by Chen Xuan and could not move. The girl fell to the ground, and tears almost came out of her eyes. She had never suffered such grievances before. She was so angry that she shouted loudly, How dare you do this to me? My father will never let you go. Chen Xuan sneered, I advise you not to bully others, otherwise you will suffer a great loss sooner or later. Your Highness. Your Highness. Who is in front of you? How dare you be so bold to attack my royal princess? Two guards hurriedly chased from behind. Seeing this, Zhou Jingyi said decisively, Why are you two dogs here now? Kill him for me. Obviously she didn't understand what was going on. But soon, she figured it out. Oh. I just pulled you down, and you want someone to kill me? Chen Xuan sneered, It seems that you are really arrogant, domineering, not taking life seriously at all. When the guard heard this, he was stunned at first, then he smiled, put on a condescending attitude, and said disdainfully, Boy, do you know who you are talking to? This is the princess of the dynasty, how can you be so rude? Chen Xuan frowned slightly, he hated this kind of guy who bullies others by taking advantage of his power. I say again, even if you are a princess, you can't oppress the people at will. Chen Xuan did not show any weakness and responded tit for tat. The guard's face sank, raised the sword in his hand, pointed at Chen Xuan, and shouted loudly, Bold and unruly people, dare to insult the princess, you deserve the death penalty. Do you dare to come over? Chen Xuan directly picked up Zhou Jingyi, stood behind her, and locked the girl's neck with his arms. Wait. Let go of the princess quickly, we can give you anything you want. The two guards stopped instantly. Chen Xuan sneered, Are you scared now? Didn't you just shout to kill me? Although the guard was furious, he suppressed his anger for the sake of the princess's safety and said humbly, Young man, we were blind to her. Please spare her and let her go. Kneel down. The guard was startled and said hesitantly, This. Don't listen to him. I am a princess. He dare not kill me. Zhou Jingyi fluttered in Chen Xuan's arms. Pa! Zhou Jingyi was stunned, and the two guards were also stunned, and the crowd was also stunned. Kneel down or not? If you don't kneel down, I really don't know what I'm going to do. Chen Xuan put his mouth next to the girl's face and sucked. Okay, let's kneel down. The guard looked at Zhou Jingyi's wooden expression and had to agree to Chen Xuan's request. Humph. That's better. Chen Xuan loosened his arms. Just when the two guards thought the princess was safe, Chen Xuan hugged the princess again, burning a talisman on his hand, and in the blink of an eye, the two disappeared. Something big is going to happen. Chapter 38. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Woo! Let me go. In the middle of the monster mountain range, Zhou Jingyi finally reacted from her daze and kept struggling to escape from the clutches of the devil. Pa! Chen Xuan hit her again, and this time Zhou Jingyi was obedient, but not long after the two of them walked, Zhou Jingyi began to sob softly. Hey, why are you crying? I haven't done anything yet. Chen Xuan was speechless. He couldn't stand seeing women cry the most. This would make him unable to help but bully them again. Woo, 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 my life is over. This princess is so beautiful. If she is not insulted by you, a cunning man, she will be sold to others by you, woo, woo. Zhou Jingyi cried very sadly. Soon, Chen Xuan's clothes were wet. Chen Xuan shook his head helplessly. He didn't expect this woman to be so tearful. She was about to cry out a sea. I say, woman, can you stop crying? I haven't started to do anything yet. Chen Xuan shouted in a low voice. Zhou Jingyi cried even harder when she heard Chen Xuan's roar. She felt so miserable. After all, she was a princess of the great Zhou dynasty, and her sister was a genius among geniuses. Her life should have been high and mighty, but how could she end up like this? Seeing this, Chen Xuan had no choice but to soften his tone and said softly, I said don't cry. If you cry again, I will really do something. Anyway, you want to kill me, so I will kill you first, and then. Zhou Jingyi stopped crying immediately after hearing Chen Xuan's words, and looked at Chen Xuan with tears in her eyes. That little look was so touching that I felt sorry for her. Well, it would be better if she didn't have a runny nose. I have a few questions to ask you. If you answer them well, I will consider letting you go. No, I don't believe it. This princess is so beautiful, how could you let me go? Unless you make a vow to the heaven. Chen Xuan was slightly surprised. Why is this woman stupid and smart at the same time? Impossible, it must be too narcissistic. Pa! You have no room to bargain with me. Oh! The girl burst into tears. What's your name? You really don't know me? Zhou Jingyi was very surprised. With her appearance and reputation, everyone in the Zhou kingdom should know her. Chen Xuan glanced at her and raised his palm slightly. My name is Zhou Jingyi. You are Zhou Jingyi. Zhou Jingqi's sister. Chen Xuan was slightly surprised. Mainly in the Zhou dynasty, there are many princesses and princes who are as arrogant as her, so Chen Xuan really didn't expect that the one he grabbed was Zhou Jingyi. You know my sister. How dare you kidnap me? If my sister knew, you would be miserable. Pa! Stop being crazy. Just answer my questions. Why are you talking so much? Oh. What is your purpose here? Catch that beautiful beast and use it as a mount for my sister. Then, go into the ruins to find treasures. Are you talking about the golden-winged beast? Huh? Is it called the golden-winged beast? I only know that it is covered in golden light and its feathers are like phoenix feathers. It looks very beautiful. Only its appearance is worthy of my sister. So that's why you have a good relationship with Zhou Jingqi. Chen Xuan nodded. Ha, that's right. My sister loves me the most. Unfortunately, it is because of this that they spoiled you into this unruly look and provoked me. Chen Xuan pinched the girl's face. This princess is also a genius, so what's wrong with being a little bit stubborn? If you hadn't bullied me with your foundation building cultivation, I wouldn't have lost. If I had the foundation building cultivation, would have slapped your two guards to death. Impossible. I have already reached the perfect stage of chi refining, and only a foundation building cultivator can defeat me. That can only mean that you are too eager to learn, and your foundation is shallow. You can't even last a few seconds in the hands of me, who is at the 8th level of chi refining. Impossible, you are definitely not at the chi refining stage. This princess has always fought with masters in the palace, and will never be fooled by you. Chen Xuan smiled slightly, and didn't say much, she believed it or not. What treasures are there in the ruins? I don't know either, I only know that there are many precious elixirs and magic weapons, and even some ancient secret books. Secret books? Chen Xuan was a little tempted. If he could get an ancient secret book, his strength would definitely increase significantly. Although there are many human relationships in this mountain and sea world, personal strength is still more important. Well, then, you can accompany me to the ruins to take a look. Anyway, I also plan to go there. After saying that, Chen Xuan directly picked up Zhou Jingyi horizontally, opened the map, and headed towards the depths of the monster mountain range. Woo, you big liar, you said you would let me go. I just said I would consider it, but after my consideration, I decided to take you to continue moving forward. I still have things to do, otherwise you wait for me to finish my work first. What can you do? If it's as I expected, you sneaked out by yourself, and the palace sent someone over, it definitely wouldn't be you. Really something. Zhou Jingyi's face flushed. Then tell me, what's your matter? Yes, it's about my sister. Zhou Jingyi thought about it. Anyway, it wasn't a particularly important thing, so she said it. Even if she didn't say it herself, he would know it later. Oh. Your sister. Now I'm curious, tell me. Since you know my sister, you must know that she has a fiancé, right? Zhao Tianming, what does this have to do with him? Just a few days ago, my sister took people to the Zhao family to break off the engagement, but they came up empty-handed. After asking, I learned that he came here, so I came here privately. Are you saying that Zhao Tianming is also here? Well, this is what his father said personally, it must be true. Zhou Jingyi said with certainty. This made Chen Xuan fall into deep thought. According to his prediction, there is an 80% probability that Zhao Tianming is the man of destiny, and now that he is nearby, the probability has reached 90%. But Zhou Jingyi broke off the engagement too early. Could it be that Qin Feng has already arrived in Zhoudu at this time? But he can't enter the secret realm where the Zhou royal family is located, so how could he meet Zhou Jingyi? Do you know Qin Feng? No. Is there any strange man around your sister recently? No, I have been practicing with her all the time. Zhou Jingyi said honestly. Chapter 39. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Looking at Chen Xuan who was frowning in front of her, Zhou Jingyi suddenly had an idea. Oh, I know, do you like my sister, Chen Xuan? I don't even know what your sister looks like. Hee, stop pretending, this princess has seen through everything. You were so nervous when you asked me if there was a man around my sister. Zhou Jingyi looked wise. Hee, you are quite good at guessing. Chen Xuan responded expressionlessly, neither admitting nor denying. After all, he did have some purpose for Zhou Jingyi. Seeing Chen Xuan didn't say anything, Zhou Jingyi thought she had guessed right and said proudly, I knew it. You must like my sister, otherwise why would you ask about my sister? But, with your identity, you have no advantages except that you are a little pretty. You will never see my sister in your life. Even if you see her, you can only watch from afar. There is no chance at all. Speaking of this, the girl couldn't help but pat Chen Xuan on the shoulder and mourn for his love that had not yet begun. Chen Xuan shook his head helplessly and didn't say anything more. Zhou Jingyi didn't understand anything at all. His Chen Xuan's appearance was at most 99 points, while the readers outside the world had to start at a minimum of 1 million. There was no comparison at all. But don't be too sad. Although there is no possibility for you to meet my sister, you can still beg me. Maybe I will introduce you to someone if I am happy. The girl raised her chin slightly, her delicate little nose slightly turned up, and her beautiful almond eyes flashed with cunning light, as if she was come and beg me. Chen Xuan ignored her and continued to move forward. Don't you really want to meet my sister? That's the god of heaven. But before Zhou Jingyi finished her words, she bumped into Chen Xuan. Ouch! Why did you stop? Don't you know I'm running behind you? Do you really want me to meet your sister? Chen Xuan stared at the girl, with an inexplicable light in his eyes. Zhou Jingyi took a few steps back. What are you doing? By the time the girl reacted, she had already been carried by Chen Xuan. You are your sister's biological sister, and you are so beautiful. You must be about 70% similar to her in terms of appearance, right? Zhou Jingyi. No. She seemed to guess what Chen Xuan was going to say next. Since your sister and I are not destined to be together, but you and I are. It's not impossible to let you replace Zhou Jingyi. Chen Xuan laughed evilly. You let me go. Zhou Jingyi struggled hard, but Chen Xuan's arms were like iron clamps, and she couldn't get away no matter how she struggled. I tell you, my sister is very powerful. If you dare to do anything to me, she will never let you go. Zhou Jingyi threatened viciously. Oh. Really? Then I will do something more to you. Chen Xuan approached Zhou Jingyi and whispered, tell me, if she sees you and me like this, will she be very angry? Zhou Jingyi's face turned pale when she heard this. She knew that what Chen Xuan said was true. If her sister saw her like this, she would be embarrassed. Little did she know that the boomerang had been thrown at this moment. Soon, the two sisters would be reversed. You dare. Zhou Jingyi gritted her teeth and said, her heart was full of fear, but she couldn't show it, otherwise it would only make Chen Xuan more proud. Seeing her like this, Chen Xuan smiled and pinched her face, saying, okay, I won't tease you anymore. You are so young, I won't do anything to you. As long as you are obedient, I will naturally let you go. Zhou Jingyi was relieved in her heart. She knew that she was safe for the time being. However, after hearing Chen Xuan's evaluation just now, she couldn't be happy at all. This hateful Chen Xuan couldn't appreciate her beauty at all, no, charm. As for Chen Xuan, he really didn't have any ideas. This girl was too stupid and was afraid of affecting future generations. By the way, you said you wanted to find Zhao Tianming, how do you find him? The Zhao family gave me a sensing talisman. As long as I'm around the ruins, I can feel his location. Okay, then take me to find him. I'll let you go after I find him. Believe it or not, you've already played with me once. Ahem, I've already said that I think you're too young. You. Zhou Jingyi understood immediately, her face flushed with anger, and she was about to lose her temper. Why are you looking for him? Don't worry about it. It just so happens that you want to find him too. We're on the same road, and I can protect you. Chi, you've been the only one who bullied me since I was a child, that I am the one who dares to come. Soon, the two of them arrived at the location of the ruins deep in the Monster Mountain range. Unfortunately, the ruins were closed at this time and outsiders were not allowed to enter. However, there were also some casual cultivators standing outside the ruins. Obviously, these people had other plans. Hey, no matter how late the son of luck comes, he can just catch up. Once I come, I can only eat dust. Chen Xuan couldn't help complaining. Come on, this ruins has been closed for several days, and now people are about to come out. I was planning to wait for him in the inn. Zhou Jingyi also heard Chen Xuan's mumbling, so she explained it to him, although she didn't understand what the son of luck was. So there's nothing to do now? Yes, even the golden-winged spirit beast you mentioned is in the ruins. I plan to wait for someone to catch it and buy it with a lot of money. However, fortunately, the two did not have to wait for long. They saw the space in front of the ruins fluctuate, and scattered cultivators walked out. Hey, what's in this ruins? Did you get anything? Zhou Jingyi stopped a cultivator and asked. No. The man replied hurriedly, then turned around and ran away. When the casual cultivators waiting outside saw this scene, several gangs immediately chased after him. Zhou Jingyi? Are you stupid? Who in the world of immortal cultivation asks the same question as you? Those who don't know would think you want to rob others of their opportunities. Chen Xuan gently tapped the girl's forehead and sighed. She should have been the most ruthless emperor family, but this girl had a sister with extraordinary talent, so her own status also rose with the tide, and she was protected too well by the royal family, so she didn't understand anything. How can they be so bad? They are bad. You are even worse. If I were an ordinary person, I would have been killed by you before. Chapter 40. You are listening at novelfull.audio. I didn't mean to kill you. It was you who pulled me down that made me want the guards to beat you. You are both at the foundation building stage. You can run even if you can't beat them. You will be fine. Zhou Jingyi began to defend herself. Chen Xuan didn't say anything, just stared at her, then grabbed the girl in his arms with his big hand and kissed her. Zhou Jingyi was stunned. He wasn't interested in me, why did he suddenly change? Woo, in this wilderness, he won't eat me. Why am I so miserable? Okay, this is your compensation to me. I can give you money, but you can't do this. The girl was in his arms, her face flushed. Chen Xuan let go of the girl, calm and composed, ignoring her. Soon, a group of people came out of the ruins one after another, but there was no trace of Zhao Tianming. Finally, after waiting for a long time, the induction talisman in Zhou Jingyi's hand moved. Before she went to look for Zhao Tianming, she saw a young man rushing over here. This young man looked ordinary, the kind that you would not be able to find if thrown into a crowd, but his temperament was tenacious and gave people a sense of reliability. Zhou Jingyi. How come you have my father's induction talisman in your hand? Zhao Tianming asked in confusion. Ding, congratulations to the host for discovering the Son of Luck, mission completed, rewarded with 5 years of cultivation. Do you have any information about him? Undergoing. The Person of Luck, Zhao Tianming, cultivation, 9th level of Qi refining, constitution, none, kung fu, wuji divine art, fragment, skills, fiery sword technique, fragment, dragon soaring and tiger leaping, fragment, huangquan biluo, fragment, destiny value, 66,666, extremely dangerous, please act with caution, items, a remnant soul of the jade pendant on the neck, ice silk, 9-leaf Ganoderma lucidum, several spirit stones. Current status, eager to find medicinal materials to repair the soul. Repair the soul. It seems that he is following the template of not bullying the poor young man. Chen Xuan thought. After hearing Zhao Tianming's question, Zhou Jingyi glanced at Zhao Tianming and said disdainfully. How did your father's induction talisman end up in my hands? Isn't the answer obvious? What did you do? Nothing. She paused and continued to mock. My sister has decided to break off the engagement with you. A waste like you is not worthy of her at all. I advise you to give up as soon as possible and stop wanting to eat swan meat. Zhou Jingyi's tone was full of contempt and ridicule, and she didn't take Zhao Tianming seriously at all. Zhou Jingyi, how dare your Zhou family insult me like this? Zhao Tianming was furious, and his eyes were almost spitting fire. Insult you? What I said is all true. Zhou Jingyi smiled nonchalantly. Not only do you not reflect on your own incompetence, you actually have the nerve to come here and question me. Let me tell you, if you hadn't come out to gain experience a few days ago, we would have called off the marriage long ago. Now we're just waiting for you, the person involved, to come over. Zhao Tianming's face was livid, his fists clenched, his nails deeply sunk into the flesh. He stared at Zhou Jingyi hatefully, and secretly swore in his heart that one day, he would make those who looked down on him regret it. Okay, we'll see. Zhao Tianming laughed in anger, threw down a cruel word, and turned away. You ran so far just to say these few words. I thought there was another relationship between you two. Chen Xuan complained, with a hint of regret in his tone. Zhou Jingyi. Yeah. What's wrong with me? Why have I become so bored? She also secretly wondered about her behavior, as if she had just gotten excited at the time and ran out without caring about anything. Chen Xuan reacted slightly. People with good fortune need to be ridiculed, so you are here. But he was too lazy to explain to this silly girl. She wouldn't understand even if he told her, and it would burn the CPU instead. Just as the two were about to leave, a cry like a phoenix suddenly came from the air. The two looked back and saw that it was the golden-winged spirit beast, and it rushed towards them. Chen Xuan's expression changed. He picked up the girl beside him, took out the teleportation talisman, and was about to run away, but he heard a moving female voice. Zhou Jingyi. Why are you here if you are not practicing well in the palace? That the golden-winged spirit beast stopped, and a moving woman jumped off it. The woman had a beautiful appearance and a refined temperament, as if a fairy from heaven had descended to the earth. She was wearing a snow-white long dress with a golden jade belt tied around her waist, which made her figure more graceful, but her expression was arrogant and cold, like a blooming snow lotus, extraordinary and refined. There was a sharpness in her eyes, as if she was overlooking all living beings, disdain everything around them. her every move exudes a noble aura, her beauty and pride, like a rose with thorns, makes people marvel and awe at the same time. Lin Yunhan reference, deleted for infringement. Yes, it's Fairy Ling Yue. Sect Master Lin Yunhan. Oh my god, why is she here? What is in this relic? Lin Yunhan didn't care about the crowd, but walked towards the two step by step, her steps as light as the fairy Lingbo. Her eyes swept through the crowd and finally fell on Chen Xuan. A flash of surprise flashed in her eyes, but soon she returned to calm, then her eyes fell on Zhou Jingyi again, frowning slightly. Why don't you practice well, why come here? Master Yunhan, I came here. I'm not your master, I'm just your sister's master. Lin Yunhan frowned. Hee, it's the same. My sister's master is also my master. Zhou Jingyi ran over and hugged Lin Yunhan's arm. Hey, I really can't do anything with you. Since I met you, I'll just send you back. Lin Yunhan said helplessly. Zhou Jingyi looked back at Chen Xuan. Chen Xuan immediately felt like he was facing a great enemy and was ready to enter the secret realm to hide at any time. He is my friend, or master, take him to the imperial capital too. Zhou Jingyi rolled her eyes and pointed at Chen Xuan. Well, your own cultivation has been blown up, you want to come here to find opportunities. But unfortunately, you are late. Lin Yunhan said in a flat tone. Senior knows the junior. I have a little friendship with Han Wanqing, you don't have to think too much. Lin Yunhan said, although she was very curious about why Han Wanqing, that strange woman, would let her beloved disciple out alone, she did not ask too much. So many things happened during her trip to the ruins, especially the stunning young man. Okay, then I will obey your order. P.S. Is it better to have a male or female remnant soul?